Hey guys, we are covering 6.7 credit card statements today. Remember, you're going to work on this assignment. Take the notes. You can pause this video if I'm going too fast. Pause it, catch up, restart it. You're going to take the notes. Make sure hopefully you're listening to them. Then complete the worksheet, scan and submit both the Canvas, and then if you get done, you can work on start with your Unit 7.1 assignments, working towards your completing your project, your second quarter project, so the Unit 7 assignment. All right, credit card statement. I'm going to go over a lot of vocabulary. I'm going to go over what the statement gives you, how the entries in the monthly statement are calculated. Okay, you can read through those things. Here's some vocab. Predetermined amount of time. This is the important thing here. The time set by the credit card company is used for calculating your credit card bills is a billing cycle. Usually it's 30 or 31 days. It could be 28, but they have to tell you that. At the end of every billing cycle, an accounting of the credits. The credits are your payments and debits. So this is your purchases and any fees you're charged by your card. And they're entered in a monthly report, and this is called your credit card statement. So remember, once again, your debits are amounts charged to your account, so that's the things that you spend on or fees that are charged to you. Credits are the payments that you make, and they are a negative amount. They come off of your balance because you've paid them. You don't owe that anymore, and they're usually in parentheses on your statement. Some key credit card statement terms. So any amount owed before the current billing period, that would be your previous balance. The amount you currently owe, that would be your new balance. The penalty for late payments from a previous month, that would be a late charge. The cost of using the credit card for the billing period, if not paid in full, that would be your finance charge. The total amount received by the creditor, that would be your payments and credits that's on your account. So they may credit your account if they have a rewards program, or if you didn't owe something, if there's a mistake or whatever. The sum of the purchases on the current bill, that is the new purchases. The maximum amount you can owe at any time is your available credit, your credit line, and the difference between the maximum you can owe and the actual amount you owe, that is your available credit. Okay, remember you can pause this video at any time and catch up. So this is an example of a credit card statement. They don't all look the same, but they will all have similar things. I'll make it bigger. I can see it a little bit better. You can see the person's name, that's their address, account information, their number, the billing date, the payment due date. You can see all these things on the credit card statement. If you read all the captions for all the titles on the boxes, there's lots of information there. So from this statement, it's a little bit smaller so we can get everything on there. Okay. From this statement, how many purchases were made during the billing cycle? You can see the purchases are here. This is a payment, not a purchase, but you can see the purchases, the amount, and the date they were made. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. What is the sum of all the purchases? So you're going to add up the 4, the amount they spent, and that should be $284.45. That's this, plus this, plus this, plus this. What is the payment for this statement due? When is the payment due? And so it tells you that right here, payment due. The billing date, the payment due date. It's due February 2nd. What is the minimum amount that can be paid? It should be clearly marked as a minimum payment, $20. how many days are in the billing cycle. So you're going to look around till you find that. Number of days in the billing cycle, 30. What is the previous balance? And it should clearly say previous balance. $150.50. How much available credits does Jane have? Well, it tells you her her new balance is $363.48. It should tell you her the maximum amount. Oh, here her total credit line is $8,000, and it gives you her available credit right there. You don't even have to do the math. And the APR should be given right here, and it even does the monthly rate for you there. And what is the finance charge for this billing? It should tell you in a box, finance charge right there, $3.53. No secrets there, just make sure you read the titles. Find the missing values for A. So, A is the credit line or the new balance. The credit line minus the new balance. And so the credit line minus the new balance. So the credit, oh, here's the A right here. So $5,000 minus the new balance. You're going to find out your new balance first. So your new balance, remember, is D. That's going to be your previous balance minus payments plus purchases plus finance charge. So here, previous balance, $215.86, minus the payments, this $63.137, plus the purchases, this purchase, this, and this. So you're going to add those up, and in the finance charge is $6.70. If you add those all up and subtract from the previous balance, you'll see that the new balance is D. So we can find our credit line by, we can find our total available credit by taking the credit line of $5,000 and subtracting the new balance. The new balance we said is D, so we're going to subtract those, and that would be $3,618.69. So 5,000 minus 1381.31. B, your payments and credits. So that's going to be these things that are marked here with the negative sign. And so the payments and credits. I don't see any other credits on here. I think it would be in a parentheses or something. So $63.137. So those payments are a total of $200. And then C, see here the new purchases. You just add up the new things on this bill. If you add 65, 63, 47, 60, 855, and 370.50. The new purchases are $1,358.73. Remember, you can pause to catch up there. Check the new balance entry on the monthly statement below. Is it correct? If not, write the correct amount. So the new balance should be equal to, we said the previous balance minus payments and credits plus purchases plus finance charge plus any late fees. So previous balance, payments and credits, we're subtracting, adding purchases, adding the finance charge and the late fee. If we add all those, do all that math, we should get $454.15, and that is what we get. So yes, it is correct. check the new balance entry on the monthly statement below is correct. So this says it's $548.01. So we said new balance, that's $359.02, minus the payments and credits, plus the purchases, plus the finance charge. So that should be $388.01. So it is not correct. They are not responsible for this balance. They're responsible for the correct one. Remember, pause to catch up if you need to. Elizabeth had a $9,000 credit line on her credit card. Her summary is shown below. What is her available credit balance? So, finding her new balance, remember, and the available credit would be her credit line minus her new balance. So her new balance is previous balance minus payments and credits, plus late charges, finance charges, and all that, and we'd see that her new balance is $2,311.89. Her available credit is going to be the difference between her new balance and her credit line. So $9,000 minus your new balance is $6,688.11. Remember, pause to catch up. All right, a credit calendar is a visual accounting of the purchases, payments, and balances for each day of the billing cycle. Full disclosure, I'd never seen one until I saw this. Average daily balance is the average of the amounts you owe. We've already talked about this in this unit. Each day of your billing cycle. Okay, use the info below to fill out the credit calendar and calculate the average daily balance. So a credit calendar, let's see if I still have that pulled up. I do not. Oh, I'm gonna show you right here and just kind of drag it over. So this is the template for a credit card calendar. This is where we're going to put the dates. We're going to fill in with the information I'm about to show you. Let me get this back over here out of the way. Okay, so it tells us that April 23rd is the billing date. We want to be able to fill out the credit calendar and calculate the average daily balance. So, to fill out the calendar, it is a calendar of 7 columns plus 5 rows. There's 35 days, but you're not going to use all 35 days. There's not billing cycles that are 35 days. They'll either be 30 or 31. So you'll never use all the boxes. You're going to take out the days that you don't need. We're going to label the last day with the billing date and backdate all the other available days. So list all credits and purchases on the appropriate dates and record the daily balance on every day of the billing cycle. Okay, so you're going to put that in your notes. Remember, pause, and so you can fill it in. I'm going to keep going where we're going to talk about how to fill in this credit card calendar. So this is a, looks like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a table of 35 boxes. If you'll go through it, tells us that the last day of the cycle is April 20, the billing date is the 23rd. So that means everything on this calendar is going to happen on the 23rd or before, and we know it's a 31-day billing calendar or cycle. So we need 31 days from including April 23rd backwards. So here you put April 23rd, so that's 3 days plus that's 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 28 days plus 3 days, that's a 31-day cycle. So it's kind of hard to read, but you can see that is April 23rd, and you're going to go backwards and label all the days in this little arc. So April 23rd, April 22nd, April 21st, you're going to go all the way back. You have to have 31 days. So that first day of the billing cycle would be March 21st. These are the days we're not going to use, but they are X'd out. Okay. So here they tell us that our previous balance was $1,578.25 on her credit card. Hold on one second. Okay, I wanted to kind of, so we could talk about it without everything being out there. All right, so we know that the previous balance is $1,578.25. So that is the balance on the first day of the billing cycle. So that goes in this top, the first day, March 21st. She did not make any purchases until March 26th. So she had the same balance for all the way up until March 26th, which is here, but on March 26th it tells us that she spent $79.98 on party supplies. So now her balance is the sum of her previous balance plus that charge. She doesn't charge anything else on her card until March 30th. So her balance stays the same until March 30th. So all of these days have a balance of $1,658.23. So for 2 days, it was this amount. For 4 days, it's this amount. On March 30th, you take this amount and add the charge here. And so now the balance is $1,710.99. She doesn't charge anything again until, or doesn't change anything until April 3rd when she makes a payment. So she's going to reduce her balance by this amount, but not until April 3rd. So that means that the balance for 1, 2, 3, 4 days was this $1,710.99. So now we take that amount and we subtract her payment. So now the balance is $1,460.99. And it stays that until the next activity on her account, which is where she spent $190.52 at Dillard's on April 15th. So all of this week, rest of this week, all the next until you get the 15th of April, her balance was $1460.99, but now starting on April 15th, she made another charge, so you have to add that to that balance, and so now she owes $1,651.51. Her balance does not change until April 22nd, where she charges something else. So all these days, the balance is $1,651.51 until April 22nd. April 22nd, she adds another charge, so now her balance is $1,842.36. And so that is what her balance is at the end of the billing period. This is how you fill in the credit card. I forgot to uncover that box. Okay, so this is the credit calendar. Now, if we want to find the average daily balance, we're going to find out how many days, we're going to find an average, right? So there's 31 days. We're going to divide some numbers by 31 because there's 31 days in the billing cycle. So we know for 2 days, her balance was $1578.25. And then for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 days, her balance was this $1658.23. For the next 1, 2, 3, 4 days, her balance was the $1710. For the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days, her balance was this $1460.99. And then the next balance runs from the 15th to the 22nd. So it was 1651, 51 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So that's plus 7 times 1651. And then for the last 2 days, it's 1842.36. So multiply 2 times that balance, 4 times that balance, do that math on your calculator, divide it by 31, and you'll see the average daily balance is $1,593.89. All right, remember, pause to catch up. Okay, use the credit card statement to fill in the missing values. All right, the first thing we need to do is determine what days we need on our calendar. We need 31 days because that is what's in the billing cycle. It tells us this on our statement. Let me make this a little bit bigger again. Okay, make that a little bit better. So I need 28, 29, 30, 31 days. Okay. So now, on the last day has to be the billing date, which is June 26th. So you work your way backwards. So the first day I put in is June 26th. I cross out those days in the calculator. I don't need them. And I work backwards, the 25th, the 24th. So you fill in all the dates on the calendar that way. So now we have, note that the first day of the billing cycle was May 23rd. Okay, so let's see here. So we're going to start with the previous balance, if there is one, and this is the previous balance here. It's $800, and that's what goes in this top, the very first day. So the very first day of the billing cycle, this is what Mark owed. This is Mark Gilly's credit card statement. We did not make any purchases or any payments until May 31st, so his balance stayed $800 until the 31st of May, and on the 31st of May we went to his art shop and charged $251. So now his balance is the sum of $251 and $800. He doesn't make another purchase or payment until June 12th. So his balance stays at $1051 all the way down until June 12th. Okay? So then June 12th, he spent $72.50 at Art Signs Inc. So now his balance is the $1051 plus $72.50, so it's $1123.50. The next activity on this account is actually a payment of $200, and he made that payment on the 18th of June. So this stays the same until the 18th of June, where it reduces his balance by that payment. $1123.50 minus 200 is $923.50. The next activity on his account is when he purchased something at Silver Corp. I don't know what that is. There's an $18.50 charge, and it was on June 20th. So for 2 days it was this $923.50, but on June 20th he spent $18.50, which brings his new balance to $942, and it stays that until the end of the billing cycle on the 26th. So this is his new balance at the end, and that will be his beginning balance on the next billing cycle, right? And that's it. That's how you fill in the missing values in the credit calendar. If you wanted to find his average daily balance, remember, you find the average of his balance first. If it was 1, 2, 3, for 4 days, his balance was $800. You add that to his balance for the next number of days, and remember, we divide that by the number of days in the billing cycle. I think we're done. All right, remember, if you finish, scan and submit. Remember, you can always rewind this video if you need to see something else. Scan and submit your notes. Complete your worksheet, scan and submit your worksheet, and then you can work on your Unit 7 project. All right, I will see you guys Monday. Take care.